How's it going, folks? Took a bit of vision this morning of a mega stuff up that I've made with the aquaponic system. Lost all my large jades, so I just took a bit of vision with my phone camera and give you a bit of a quick look at that. Here's a clip I hoped I'd never have to post. I've killed my last 10 large jades. So some folks were around yesterday and I turned the tap off so they could see, have a look at them. Walked away to show them the rest of the garden, and this is what I've come out to this morning. So I'm just draining the water, as you can see, grabbed them all out, and I'll be burying them down the back between the chook shed and another garden bed for some fruit trees. So better start digging. I decided against burying them down the back, and what I'm doing is just burying them in front of this little garden here that's going to be expanded at some point. We're going to put some fruit trees in. So what I've done, a bit hard to see with the glare, but I've dug a trench, and that should take about 8 of the fish, and another 2 will go somewhere else. So at least we know these jades are going to be processed. There's earthworms in here at least, so that'll at least help break them down a bit. I think that's if jade perch is on their menu. So that's their resting place. Like I've mentioned in other clips, I'm going to be taking the tin away from the front of that garden, and the idea is to bring it out here, and eventually we'll have a fig and a mulberry tree in this garden bed, giving some shelter to some of the shade loving herbs that we have, and also too they'll be deciduous come winter, so the sun will be able to go through onto the veggie patch. And this lime needs to be tamed. But anyway, that's where these fish are left. Like I said to someone on Facebook earlier, yeah, we're still going to get to eat the fish. They're not going to waste. They'll just taste like figs and mulberries, and probably take about another 2 years before we get to taste them. But anyway, there you go, that's life, and I stuffed up. So I'll just give you a quick look over here. As soon as I was done trenching and burying the fish, I came in here and gave the tank a little bit of a scrub out just with the broom. I need to actually hop in to do the bottom because I can't, you know, quite get into the corners. But I just want to clean this tank out. I know the fish were only in there, they probably died about, probably about 10 to 12 hours before I found them. They probably would have had an hour or 2 worth of air in there. So yeah, I'm just going to hop in there, scrub that out down the bottom, pick up a couple of little nuts that have fallen off the drain pipe that sat in the middle, and just make sure it's all nice and clean. I might even give it a wipe down with some peroxide or something. I'll look into that, just to make sure there's no funky bacteria or anything that might affect the new fish that are going in here. Fish that are going in here will probably come from the fish farm here. I'm having, turning into a longer clip than I thought, having a bit of an issue trying to keep the nitrites down in this system here, and I spoke to Mr. Paul Van, and he suggested that I'm not having a long enough retention time in the biofilter for the nitrites to be worked on. So I'll be taking half the fish out of the fish farm, probably around about 25 to 30, and they'll be going into here. So there you go, folks, there's a bit of a look at how I've dealt with the fish, just recycling them, and also the plans for the tank now that I've, you know, got free room. This isn't a poor meat clip, by the way. I mean, I stuffed up. I've got to wear that fair and square on my shoulders, so I'm disabling the comments. I don't really want any sympathy or anything like that, folks, so sorry if that offends anyone, but yeah, I'm not really into sympathy. I stuffed up. But what I really want to drive home is the point that if you're ever working on your system, even if you're taking standpipes out of the grow, silly fish here, even if you're taking standpipes out of your grow beds and just to do a little bit of work, you can lose plants if you don't put your standpipes back in, if you're running on flood and drain. If you know you're cleaning out your radial flow and you've got to turn a fish tank off or something like that, make sure you do like a quick 30-second walk around your system once you're done. Make sure everything's in place and everything's fine, so you don't lose fish or yeah, plants in your system. So that's more the point of this clip. So I'll pretty much will leave it at that. And I hope, yeah, someone learns a lesson from this, because it's a hard lesson to learn, folks. And yeah, I'll leave it there. Catch ya.